Good evening and welcome to the Defiance City Council meeting for tonight, April 14th, 2026. This meeting is now called to order. Let the record show that all the members of council are present this evening. Would you stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I reviewed the indexing minutes for our last meeting of April 7th, 2026. Do we have a motion to correct or amend the minutes as they're presented? And you said that the PowerPoint presentation will be in the Dropbox?
Yeah,
Coming up
I'll
soon?
add it to the minutes when I get it.
Got it. Okay. If we don't have such a motion, I'll approve the same. And do we have any liaison meeting requests or reports? And do we have any comments from council this evening? Mr. Waxman?
Yeah, I just had a gentleman call me and complain about four-wheelers and dirt and mini bikes in, Lays Grove Park, Lays Grove.
In Lady's Grove.
Yeah, I said, you know, it is what it is, you know, by the time you go and sit and watch for them, they're gonna, you know, how that goes. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring it up.
Did you have a time that like it was more frequent than not?
He didn't really say.
We have the cameras up, now
Okay,
they don't
Yeah.
shoot everywhere.
it was yesterday or day before when they called.
Okay. Any other comments from council? Mr. Corbett?
Well, I know it's gonna come up, but it was a great day Saturday. Everybody did an outstanding job on our clean up the parks and appreciate all the help. I'm sure Rob does too, so.
It's always a great event. We've been blessed with good weather, thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
If we have no other comments from council, Mayor McCann?
Two things I have here in my notes, Mr. McMaster. You know, from time to time, we celebrate the achievements of things that happen, and you're kind of a modest guy. I think your son,
Oh, my son Liam did do rather well at the Rotary District competition, the whole speech competition. Anyways, I gave him a ride home. He didn't have to walk because he won it. So good for him. Good job, Liam. He really worked hard at that.
good job for Lady. Yep, yep. And then the other thing, when Ms. Kaufman came on city council, that created a void on our planning commission, and I've chosen to appoint Curtis Schweitzer. Curtis is a local young man that's employed at General Motor and lives out on Derbyshire Drive.
In regards to the mayor's appointment of Curtis Schweitzer to the Planning Commission, shall the consent of council be given to the appointment proposed? All those in favor of the appointment of Curtis Schweitzer, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Congratulations, Mr. Schweitzer.
Thank you. We'll put him to work on Monday. And that's all I have, sir.
Excellent. Mr. Mack?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Just some stats from Clean Up Your Parks Day this weekend. So we had roughly the same amount of volunteers as last year, just over 500, which is good. But those over 500 seem to be a bit more efficient because we got a lot more trash and debris and things picked up in that amount of time. We had 44 bags of trash, 47 bags of leaves, 8 truckloads of sticks and branches, along with 23 like kind of random piles of sticks and branches. We also, out of the cemetery, ended up with what it amounted to 6 roll-offs, like whirler dumpster loads of limbs and branches that people were able to pick up. So significant amount of cleanup done, but there was a lot of cleanup that needed done. So just, again, thank you to everyone who participates, volunteers in that. It's a huge way to start off summer here in the city, and it was much needed this year. Secondly, I just wanted to make the announcement again about the big dumpster in the park day. I know that there was questions about it before, but I just wanted to reiterate so that it's scheduled for April 25th from 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And that's all I have, Mr. President.
Excellent. Thank you.
there are limits on what they will take. They're not gonna take car batteries, they're not gonna take paint cans that have paint in them. Although it's my understanding you can open a can of paint and fill it with cat litter, leave it open, and then that will dry it all up and then that can go. No use motor oil or anything such as that, nothing hazardous.
No tree limbs and debris like that either, right?
That's correct. That can go to the compost site.
Thank you. And Ms. Sprague?
Yes, just a reminder, tomorrow is April 15th, tax filing day.
Oh, is that what it is?
If you don't need that done, I would avoid our office at all costs. So hopefully you all paid your utility bills and don't have to worry about it.
Do it all.
Girls do a great job. I don't have to worry about them. They just go, 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 and they know what to do. So it's a good group of people down there.
Excellent. We do have 3 items of legislation to discuss this evening.
First reading by caption only. An ordinance awarding a construction contract for the Ralston Avenue Roundabouts project and declare an emergency.
Mr. Mack?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. This is a project we have discussed over and over multiple times. Over the last year or two, the Ralston Avenue Roundabout project is finally here. Lowest and best bidder on the project was Vernon Noggle Inc. at $3,132,394. As far as start date goes, because I know that's what everybody's wants to know and anticipating, we believe it'll be sometime in July. As soon as we get a harder date, I will let you know. But substantial completion of that project is November 1st, so it should be done. This company does a lot of roundabouts, so we have faith that they will get it knocked out and be done. So
You know where that was as far as the bid
It was 500,000 below the engineer's estimate.
thank you.
Do we have any other questions or comments?
No further question, we'll suspend and call.
We have a motion to suspend and call, Mr. Waxler. Second, Mr. Corbett?
Mr. Engel?
Yes.
Mr. Waxler?
Yes.
Mr. Mass?
Yes.
Mrs. Crutch?
Yes.
Mr. Hancock?
Yes.
Ms. Kaufman?
Yes.
And Mr. Corbett?
Yes.
Motion go.
Motion to adopt?
Second.
Second, Mr. Mast?
Mr. Waxler?
Yes.
Mr. Mass?
Yes.
Mrs. Crutch?
Yes.
Mr. Hancock?
Yes.
Mr. Corbett?
Yes.
Ms. Kaufman?
Yes.
And Mr. Engel?
Yes.
With that, this ordinance is adopted.
First reading by caption only. An ordinance approving an agreement to create the Delaware Defiance Joint Economic Development District 1 and declare an emergency.
Ms. Sprague?
Yes, Sean had went into pretty great detail last week and also in the email he sent out, but just to recap, this agreement was put in place as a solution to use the income tax collection powers of the city to reimburse Defiance County for part of the infrastructure cost for First Quality Tissue. The JED will be its own entity, it will have its own board, that income tax will be the funding stream, there are carve-outs for the city in Delaware Township, as well as a long-term reserve. Once the county is paid back, then the board can get back together on how to redistribute those funds, so. Any questions on that?
Mr. Mast?
I was just curious, can we assume that this will probably be the only JED that the city of Defiance will ever enact, or, I mean, this isn't, I'm assuming this is kind
Actually,
of a.
This is only Delaware Township, correct? So we'll have to do another one with Defiance Township.
No, it's Delaware and Defiance.
It is Delaware and Defiance, okay.
So I'm speaking in general terms. This is not like a tool that you'd keep in your toolbox. I'm assuming this is something for a specific.
The paper plant was the largest economic development project in the state of Ohio in 2025. How often we will be blessed with, I mean, the bar's kind of high now. Maybe we should expect that every year, Erica. I
So it's a
would not
specific
want
tool
to
for a
assure you that will never happen.
But it's just for a larger project.
Yes.
It
Well,
has
it's
to be-
for a specific purpose
Right.
too. There were
My
grant
understanding
funds, but
there's-
then there's also a debt load, so it's to help fund that debt. You know, if you had a project that had no debt, would you necessarily need it? You know, I'm with the mayor, to say never, I don't know. We also weren't 100% sure on what it's gonna bring in either. You know, there's a lot of variables.
This is my understanding, there's only approximately 100 or so jets in the entire state of Ohio.
Correct,
And
yeah.
obviously this nixes annexation at any point, which is another consideration for anything that may be closer into town versus setting up. I mean, how many of these would you want to run?
Correct, that's the other
That,
thing. It's essentially its own government, you know.
Right.
It will have its own software system, its own, funding codes, you know, yeah, there's that piece of it too, but.
Since I've been mayor, Mr. Mast, we dissolved a JED with the airport. I don't remember the details. I remember when it was formed years ago, but I really wasn't paying that close of attention. And then it just never, that airport never quite developed commercially or industrial like some areas around airports do. It involved running the water line out there, and that's really the only details that I recall of that. But that
So they
JED,
did have a jet there.
because it wasn't doing anything, was dissolved.
I'm just curious.
Mr. Waxler,
No further question, most suspend and call.
if we have no further questions, we have a motion to suspend and call.
Second.
Second, Mr. Mast.
Ms. Kaufman?
Yes.
Mr. Waxler?
Yes.
Mrs. Crutch?
Yes.
Mr. Corbett?
Yes.
Mr. Mast?
Yes.
Mr. Ingo?
Yes.
And Mr. Hancock?
Yes.
Motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt, Mr. Corbett.
Second.
Second, Mr. Hancock.
Mrs. Crutch?
Yes.
Mr. Mast?
Yes.
Mr. Ingo?
Yes.
Mr. Corbett?
Yes.
Mr. Hancock?
Yes.
Mr. Waxler?
Yes.
And Ms. Kaufman?
Yes.
With that, this motion is adopted. And lastly,
First reading by caption only, an ordinance authorizing the city administrator to contract for the replacement of a chiller, 2 boilers, and other accessories for the public, or for the police division building, and declare an emergency.
Mr. Mack.
Yes, thank you, President. We alerted council around budget time that there were some concerns with the boilers at the police and fire divisions, that we had concerns about them failing and they would need to be replaced. As such, we were prepared for the fact that they need to be replaced this summer. We also had one of the chillers go out on the rooftop AC units, that will also need to be replaced. Johnson Controls is our lowest at $228,514. The boilers are original to the building, which we, about 50, 60 years old. The AC unit was last replaced in the early 90s, which when I did the math is way too far away. It doesn't seem like it should be that long ago, but it is, so it's about 35 years. So just asking for your permission to get those replaced so that the police department can enjoy cool air this summer and then everybody can stay warm in the winter.
Mr. Waxler.
We have that on our budget. Or with
What
that
we did
amount?
was, in the budget, we had about half of it, and then, because we didn't have the quotes back, and then after the first of the year, probably February, March, we did a supplemental for the other half. So all the money has been appropriated out of capital.
No further question, most suspend and call.
If we have no other questions, we have a motion to suspend and call, Mr. Waxler.
Second.
Second, Mr. Mast.
Mr. Corbett?
Yes.
Mr. Hancock?
Yes.
Mr. Ingo? Ms. Kaufman?
Yes.
Mr. Mast?
Yes.
Mr. Waxler?
Yes.
And Mrs. Crutch?
Yes. Motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt, Mrs. Crutch.
Second.
Second, Mr. Engel.
Mr. Hancock?
Yes.
Mr. Ingo?
Yes.
Mr. Mast?
Yes.
Mrs. Crutch?
Yes.
Ms. Kaufman?
Yes.
Mr. Corbett?
Yes.
And Mr. Waxler?
Yes.
And with that, this final ordinance is adopted. And before we adjourn for the evening, do we have any citizens' concerns, any questions for council? No? So do we have a motion to adjourn? So moved, Mr. Mask, second. Mr. Engel, all those in favor of adjourning for this evening, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? It's a short meeting, we're adjourned.